Ah, wobbly table. Good morning, world. Good morning, birds. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Here we are. Alright, well, I can tell you right now, I'm going to bring it a little bit closer. It's 5:30 a.m. I just don't want to. Oddly enough, it was so loud 30 seconds ago. Trucks, people. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, I'm picking up on someone delightful. Sorry, I'm trying to feel in a little bit here. Let's just pull some cards. Let's get right into it. Yeah, now that there's movement again, I feel like I can talk. Okay, here we go. It's gonna be a hot one today. Boys, ladies. Okay. I just crawled out of bed, so just don't mind my bed head. Okay. You know what? Let's get a little Kimmy K going to set the tone. Also, she has a class coming up if anyone has the time or the bucks to take it. I'm not obsessed, but I do really adore Kim K. And bear with me. Okay, but it did fall just like this. So we'll keep it. The self. I love it. Ooh, and the flame. Okay, there was a lot that fell out. Oh, that's a lot. Ooh, the judge. The gem. The father and the flame. And the self. I just love having a good shuffle. Sometimes that's part of the reason why I don't love taking big clumps. It seems a little bit anticlimactic, you know? Hold on. The judge, the gem, and the father. I want to keep it. What's going on? Okay, hold on. No, we're just gonna shuffle. That's really the best way to go about it. If they need to come out, they will come back out. The only thing I will say about these decks, though, I love that they're circled. I love that there's a big clump of them. Oh, look, we're back to the maiden. This one comes out quite a bit when I do these readings. It's very evocative. Okay, well, who's feeling evocative? The shapeshifter. And we do have the flame on the bottom here. Ooh, the flames. Yeah. There's something about the judge and the gem. Okay. Well, we have a maiden who's a shapeshifter. The lover. Beautiful. And it's going right under the maiden. And the ring. Mystic was right underneath it, but see how it has that glow? Okay, you know what? We'll go back to the original. Oh, where is the old... I want to go back to that self card. I should have kept that one out because... Where are you? I just know you're in here. Okay, well, we saw the self. There was rainbows, and there was that pearl right in the center. Okay, no, hold on. I should have listened to myself with the self card. I just wanted to put them all back in with the clump. That was silly. Okay. Come on now. I know you're all in here. In that big same clump. Wow, what's cool though about going through every single one of these goddamn cards. Hold on, can we find it quickly? Oh, I did just open back up to the flame. Okay, the father, the gem, and the judge, and the self. Okay, fuck. We'll keep them. Now we have like 20 cards on the table. You know what? No mom, no rules. I'm sweating. It's like 98% humidity already. Here we go. Okay, well, jeez Louises. Okay. I'm just working with the little table today. If anyone knows, I don't love when it gets super busy on the table. Okay. The gem. You know what? Because we have the gem and the lovers, you do not have to be a Gemini. But if you're a Gemini, I feel like there's an extra. And butterfly also represents Gemini, so we do have some Gemini business here. You don't have to be. You could also have heavy Gemini placements. Could be your rising, your Venus, your moon. Maybe, I don't know, but there is an emphasis here. Okay, so let's put you back here. Okay, so we have this maiden energy. Who's a bit of a shapeshifter. They're a lover and they have the ring. Oh, these the two different energies? Okay, Spirit, I see where we're going. Okay, so they are the self. They are the judge. The father. Let's see where this goes. Clearly, we can see I have my own issues around judges and father energy. But we're staying open, aren't we? We are. Okay, well, the mystic. How do I put you? Oh, I see. Okay. So the gem, I'm trying to place them together because it's clearly about two people here. So one of you is the maiden, the lover, the shapeshifter, and the ring energy. And one of you is the self, the gem, the judge, the father, and then these two, like a moth attracted to the flame. Oh, okay. I love when this comes together. Oh my god, look at this big eyeball. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I just keep hearing rising and rising. The flames are rising. The passions are rising. Okay, so we're gonna go like this. That's between you two. Wow. And there's a bit of mirroring here. Like, you guys are different. Clearly, when we have like the judge father energy, and then we have like little lover shapeshifter energy, but this person who's the self, this is like Judge Daddy. Yeah, instead of Judge Duty, we got Judge Daddy here. Okay, so we got Judge Daddy, who's just, look at them, they're just beaming. But then we have you, whoever that is, collective, you know what to do. But see, look at that. Yeah, this person is a gem. Look at that. That's them. They're glowing. Even though they're Judge Daddy. They got some good stuff here. Okay. Now, let me just take a look real quick, because you know what's not the most colorful and kind of dynamic to look at? Is the Judge card with the father. We're seeing a lot of black and white energy. Oh my god. Guys, I know it's a snooze fest if I keep mentioning it, but the thing is, I do know I have a lot of legal people in my crowd. But like, goddamn, one of you must work. I just keep getting judge, and it keeps coming out, which is so interesting. Now, you don't have to be a judge, you don't even have to work in law, but maybe some of you have a father who's a judge. Boy, oh boy, I wonder how that was. We're not judging. We're not judging. Oh. We're not judging. Okay, let me take a look. Well, what's really interesting right off the gate... Okay, so we have the black and white. Sorry. Oh my god, that truck is gonna leave soon. It's recycling, okay? Okay. I have to take a quick peek to see. I think that might be an eye. But see how this yellow here, and there's a yellow here, and we're seeing the black and white. We got that going on, but there's like 2 and 2. So, and with this like gem business, 2 stars. Oh, I really do think actually, okay, call me crazy, this does not have to be for anyone, okay? But what I just heard, and what I think is going to be for like 1 or 2 of you, is that one of you is a lawyer or a judge, or like works somewhere within that kind of vicinity, but you do have a parent that is a lawyer or a judge, the 2 of you, and they were a heavy influence. Not judging. Yeah, I'm also hearing don't judge this person, because they may present as very different than you, but as we saw, they're a gem. Yeah, their job may look real black and white, but this person, look at that spectrum. Just a kaleidoscope of magic. And going back to that pearl, like, you too? Oh my god, are we going back to the other energy? Whatever, I'm just gonna roll with it. The message is for whoever. You guys can untangle it and figure out who's who. If this is your message, I don't know. I didn't know what we were gonna be reading. Here we are, okay. Yeah, you're so, oh, look. See, look, the 2. 2 becomes 1, I'm hearing Baby Spice again. When 2 becomes 1, Spice Girls. It always goes to that part, I want to make love to you. And it's always Baby Spice, okay. Yeah, the eyes. See, look, we have this 1 eye, but look, we have the 2 eyes. And there's the 2 pearls, like a moth to a flame. You might be very different from each other, but like a moth to a flame. And you're both very colorful. Yeah, like the person who is the maiden, like all of your cards are just colorful. So this person is truly colorful, but there's something about this Judge Daddy energy. Okay, well, let's get Snoopy and Scooby. Stat. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. See, look what happens when I try to fight the cards. There's a whole thing here, and my own judgment. I was like, I don't want to deal with this Judge Daddy energy. Yuck. But clearly there's a story here. We gotta unravel a mystery together. Just beautiful. You know how I feel about it. Can I get an amen? Amen. You know what? I kind of woke up feeling stinky. Not stinky, but just a little bit flat. Flat like that bed truck. Truck bed. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, well, what deck do I want to use to confirm who's who? Do I need to pull out the Kimmy book to just, you know what? I want to read a little bit on Judge and Father. The rest of the cards, but let's just get a little scoop. And if you need to go, if you have places to be and you're like, you know what, just come back. Come back, or I opened up to the Mystic. Okay, well, we're starting here. This is where literally just, I never get this card. Wow. The Seeker, the Lightworker, the Dreamer. The mystic is often misunderstood in our culture, depicted as a wandering or light-hearted daydreamer. Yet, like Shiva, the true mystic plays a critical role in society, remaining fearlessly dedicated to the path of transformation. In order to save the earth from darkness, Shiva swallows the poison of the world and holds it in his throat, slowly transmuting the liquid into nectar. Beautiful. This is the work of the mystic. They do not fear darkness, but rather sit in the presence of it, harness the potential and latent energy behind it, and embed it with light. They are patient and prudent change makers, seeking growth above all else. Okay, wait, there's something here about they are patient and prudent change makers. Somehow this connects to the Judge card. Change makers. Oh, I see. This person, the self, the gem person, yeah, if they work in some kind of, we'll just say stiff environment. But yeah, the black and white, you see what I mean? This is the old. I see this as like the patriarchy, black and white. Nothing is black and white, I can tell you right now. Yeah, and this old way of being, this old way of thinking is dying out. There's no growth here because it's not accurate. Life is not made up of like these extreme absolutes. It's this or it's this. So this person is a change maker. Both of you are mystics, but you're coming from different places. So this person, yeah, they're a change maker. And their gift is they go into environments that are black and white, and they bring the change. I'm hearing policy. Some of you work in policy making. Okay. Okay. Yeah, they're patient and prudent change makers, seeking growth above all else. Unanswerable questions are the mystic's lifeblood. The mystic revels in mystery, in the great riddle of life, dancing with the forces of life and dark upon its wings. Oh my god, I love this. Okay, as you're listening to this part, look at this card, okay? It may seem that the mystic is inward facing, yet its light beams back to the world with the strength of 1,000 stars. Yeah, baby, this is beautiful. We haven't even tapped into. This was just the mystic bridging you two. Okay, where's the judge in here? Judge. The father. Okay. Hey, Daddy. Okay, Judge Daddy, where are you? 89. Maybe some of you were born in 89. All right. The critic, the diplomat, the advocate. The advocate. I'd written this when I was channeling Blue Eyes, because I didn't do it yesterday. There's something about this person's energy, but I was just writing. I'm going to show you. Literally, before I started this, I was writing out some of their keywords. I started it, and look what I have here. Advocate, just, equitable. Well, just, I do this every day, and yet every time it plays out like this, I am equally as thrilled and blown away. The judge has an incredibly important job. They work every waking hour of every day, helping us discern what is safe, true, and just. Okay, I gotta take a little breath here because I do really struggle with the legal system. I've stood before many a judge in the past 4 years. I send them a lot of love and light. It's sometimes hard for me to read these words. I know there's good judges. I've met a couple, not a ton. So for any of you who work in law, just appreciate that people have very different experiences of the legal system. So I'm just recalibrating, so I'm not super judgy here. Okay. When this archetype remains unconscious or is captivated by fear, wise discernment turns into painful judgment of self and other. Ironically, the judge's energy can be the seed of racism, bigotry, and fear-mongering. This is the judge out of balance. Those are the judges I have encountered. I wish I could give them tarot card readings. Building walls, separating from other. When this same discerning force is made conscious and healed, however, the judge may be found advocating for civil rights causes, standing up for the underdog, providing resources for those in need, and forgiving again and again. Love is the deciding factor. Awakening this archetype is essential for the complex times we are in. Get your judge in order. The world needs it. And this is what that person is. I'm telling you, I've met some, again, not a ton, I'm just speaking from my own experience. And I say this with a lot of love and affection because I love law. I love justice. That's what I love. I live and breathe for justice, and that is why it is extremely excruciating for me to walk into the house of justice and just see it full of rampant, what would even be the word? It's a miscarriage of justice, in my humble opinion. But that being said, I have met a couple judges along my path that exemplified the very thing that they are supposed to uphold. And it's very moving to see people actually do their jobs in the way that they're supposed to, using discernment, wisdom, fact-checking, looking at all of the facts. So for any true judges out there and lawyers fighting for the underdog, I absolutely salute you. But yeah, when you come up against some rife, bent, twisted people in the legal system, it's a bit of a Debbie Downer, not gonna lie. I'm just kind of blown away here. There's so much happening. And we're not even into the tarot. And we're at 23 minutes. Oh my god. Guys, this may be a long one. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I do, but we're really about to dive in. Yeah, there's a lot of emphasis on this judge person. Let's swing back a little bit. Okay, no, wait. Let's just finish with the father. Oh, papa. Oh, mother, father. The great father, the masculine, the protector. See, that's what judges are supposed to be doing, protecting people who need protection, not vice versa. As seen by the Diddy trial. Don't even get me started. Yeah, Crow, exactly. No one's impressed. That's okay. I always say this, especially right before I go into court. There are man-made laws and there are spiritual laws. And the court that I preside in, it's all spiritual. Things will balance out. Alongside the mother, the father resides in the central axis of the archetypical family. The father embodies both light and dark aspects of the masculine, thus he is infinitely dynamic and complex. His energy is strong and regal, embodying such virtues as honesty, wisdom, and loyalty. Yet, ironically and simultaneously, the father is often absent, literally or emotionally. Through absence or action, the father eventually reveals that he is neither a king nor a god, but a human being with many flaws and wounds. I mean, Lawyers and judges, you are just people with flaws and wounds. It's the whole bias. You may have wounds. You may be a human, but part of your job is to not have bias, which is very hard, almost impossible, but some do it better than others. He is both the guardian and one who leaves us to the wolves. Here, yet gone. Oh, I feel like there's a whole wave of people with daddy issues being like, amen. Oh, yeah, feed us to the wolves. I could say that about moms too. Yeah. Okay. The champion and the failure. The father can never resolve or escape this duality. It is inherent in the archetype itself. Witnessing the father's limitations allows the child to grow beyond the family and into the world. Okay, we are going to go into shapeshifter for the other person, because maiden, it's like maiden, mother, crone. So already with the maiden, I'm getting someone more youthful. It doesn't mean that they have to be, I don't see them actually as being an actual maiden, like in terms of the trifecta of mother, maiden, crone. The word I'm hearing is youthful. Again, like the Gemini, eternally youthful. We are. Forever young. Oh my god, yesterday on my walk in one of my favorite parks, there's a bench and someone has beautifully tagged Lionheart. Yeah, someone has a heart of a lion. Real champion here. Youthful. Eternally. And there's a lot of softness here. Look at all that pink, very loving, very soft. Look at it, yeah. The cards really have the same colors, right? So this person, yeah, we've got a lot of solar plexus, a lot of sacral. Especially with this little guy right here, yeah. Definitely a lot of sacral. The ring. Okay, I want to read the ring here, and the shapeshifter. Okay, the ring's calling first. What a trip. Oh, the ring. The ring, the ring, the ring. Where are you? 179. The infinite, the wheel, the connection. Let's have a sip of coffee about it. The ring is an image of connectedness. Rather than viewing life as linear, as a series of progressive achievements, the ring challenges us to sense the cyclical, infinite nature of our world and experiences. Beginnings and endings fall by the wayside as we practice seeing ourselves as part of the cosmic circularity of creation. For this reason, it's no surprise a ring is worn on the finger to represent eternal love that surpasses space, time, and worldly things. So much can be projected onto this archetypal image. Archetypal. I would say typical, archetypal image, because it mimics the Earth's orbit around our great sun and the intimate bond between two lovers. You two are getting married. Speaking of Judge. Yeah, going to the chapel, gonna get married, hearing that song. Going to the chapel and... Okay, sorry. Yeah, I haven't been getting as many song downloads. Oh my god, all winter is just song after song. Okay, sorry. It is the micro and the macro united. You know how I feel about the micro and the macro? I'm always talking about it. This card calls us to deepen connection with self, other, and the world at large. Meanwhile, there may be a literal ring waiting to adorn your finger. Yeah, mamacita. Okay, shapeshifter. Let's find you. 90 over. Ooh. Shit, cinnamon. What a combo. Honestly, I would love to be at your wedding. I want to see who the two of you are. Because I can tell you're very different, but you're the same. You are so different, but yet the same. They're using the example right now. They just showed me a ferret and a otter. So, kind of similar. I bet those two would have a lot of fun. And even though the ferret, I don't think probably can swim as great as the otter, I bet you old otter, because they love to go on their back, would just let ferret just hop onto the tummy and just go cruising. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, we have the trickster, the elusive, the formless. The shapeshifter has a love of theater, games, and trickery. Its energy appears as one thing, only to reveal a more complex story. Okay, I'm already getting it. The way that this person looks externally to, again, people who are a bit judgy and have hot dogs for brains, because really it's about discernment. Sorry about that, guys. My knee just hit this very small table. And the other person looks more traditional or something. There's something about upon first appearances. Yet, fundamentally, and I know I said this when I was channeling for you two are about to meet, but it's like different, but you look like you're from different worlds completely, and you may be technically, but you come from the same spot in the ethers. Whatever cloth was cut out to shape you, it was the same piece of material. It was like, just picture two little gingerbread men cutouts. I just see you on the same little, and just boop, 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 and then flung out into the cosmos, worlds apart, and yet moth to the flame. Just beautiful. Oh yeah, they're showing me this Instagram reel. Oh, one of you is just so fiercely protective. I saw this Instagram reel, and I've always said this, I've experienced it. You want to fuck around with a male swan, just show up 3 miles close to where the female swan is, and that fucking male swan is gonna come flapping, flying, and honking in. And that's what this Instagram reel was this guy was like, there was no swans around, and he was just about to dip his toes into the water, and then out of nowhere, this male swan comes honking, flapping, and flying in. And then you see, like, 3 miles down the road, there's like this beautiful princess lady swan doing her thing. Yeah, so one of you could be both, because again, you kind of mirror each other. Very protective of this connection. And both of you have this energy of the underdog, advocating for the underdog, like true justice. I just got shivers. Oh, nothing really tickles me more than justice. Just beautiful. Man, you guys are gonna... Okay. The shapeshifter is within all of us to some degree. It is a side of ourselves that is slippery, non-committal, and experimental, and longs to dismiss the rules. The rules. Going back to judge and father, you know there's going to be a lot of rules there. We need its energy to adapt to the ever-changing landscape of our existence. When the shapeshifter card appears, it is important to imagine you are looking at life through a kaleidoscope. Exactly. Didn't I just refer to this person as like a kaleidoscope of color? It's like the two of you enter spaces that have been a part of this long, going back to cyclical cycles. You are a part of the new. Everything that we're seeing collapse right now, again, going back to institutions, the patriarchy, colonialism, all of this stuff, how it's all, it touches, the intersectionality here. But the two of you are just these very complex, different beams of light, but you go into these very black and white, old systems, environments, and yeah, you're like little disco balls. You just go in and you're just shimmering. You just brighten things up and you say, not today, Satan. We're not doing it like this anymore. Those are the old ways. This is the old, and now we're bringing in the new. When the Shapeshifter card appears, it is important to imagine you are looking at life through a kaleidoscope rather than a single focused lens. Exactly. At any moment, the scene may shift, revealing a more enchanting vision than you imagined. Be wary, though, as the allure of the kaleidoscope can leave you exhausted and yearning for solid ground. Okay. Be wary, though, as the allure of the kaleidoscope can leave you exhausted and yearning for solid ground. But I feel like both of you are balanced, because I do feel like one of you, even the self-gem person, even though they are this kaleidoscope, I feel like they were raised in this environment. So they do have within their flavors, they know how to navigate those spaces. Stiff, starchy, rules, rigid. No bueno. Yeah, the shape-shifting between the two worlds. 5 toes over here, 5 toes over here. Dancing long-term with the shapeshifter requires a center pillar of integrity that links us back to our center. That's okay, you two have it. The flame, you two have this eternal flame, which we all do, but it's your compass, it's your North Star, so you both have it. Oh my God, we're at 37 minutes. Okay. Very quickly. Well, I'm keeping this to an hour. I don't care. If it's not your message, it's not your message. I totally get it. It's very specific. I don't know why I'm picking up on this energy so much lately. Okay. Let's pull for the Judge Daddy person. How do you feel about Shapeshifter, lover? Oh my God, we have Judgment with the 4 of Cups. Judgment with the Judge. Okay. I don't know, actually, if the two of you do know each other yet. Because look, this is the sad one. Lionheart, big kitty energy. I know this one isn't a lion, but I'm getting big kitty energy. Regal. A Leo. Okay, well see, look at all those eyes. Look at this coffin, he's sad. Okay. And the 4 of Cups. I think the Judge here has recently had an ending because this person is future forward. The coffin's open, so it's like, it's laid to rest. It's for everyone to see. Oh, this person's smarting a little bit. They're really sad because I am seeing that they were probably in a long-term relationship or a marriage that has ended. This is an interesting 4 of Cups. On one hand, this person's hopeful, because 2 cups are upright, or they go back and forth. On one hand, they're relieved. I think this was shocking. Like a cold plunge shock to the system. You know when you do the cold plunge and you literally cannot breathe? So So on one hand, yeah, because this person, again, I see them as justice too, like the scales. On one hand, they're relieved because they want to know the truth. They do not want to be living any kind of illusory life, especially with a romantic partner. They are not about that life. They would rather know the truth and suffer the consequences of the tears and have people watch. It's the people watching. Again, I think this person comes to maybe a more well-to-do family, or there's an emphasis on the eyes watching. And this person, I think, is taking a bit of a hit to the ego, because I would have seen this person. They're very thoughtful. They would have picked this person carefully. And I think there was a real surprise here. So on one hand, they're going back and forth of like, I would rather know, but then when they flip it upside down, but they're like, they're fucking sad. Okay, so you guys don't know each other yet. Oh my god, but look who we have here, this little fucking cutie. Can't keep a good man down. That's what I love about this person. They're human, so they're feeling all the things, they're going through all the stages, and then they pull themselves together time and time again, or even if they're not feeling it doesn't matter. They get on their little cutie raccoon suit here, and they just go, hey, you know what? I have everything I need to create the world that I envision for myself. Yeah, girl. Okay, well, lover maiden, shapeshifter. What's going on with you? Because I don't think you two have crossed paths yet, or if you have, it's the Two of Wands. Wow. Okay. There is really the lovers. Shut up. And guess what's here? The goddamn pearl. And what I was gonna say is that on this is really reminding me of the breasts on here. The full moon. There's like a real watery, and with the, these clams? Yeah. Now, we're seeing also a bit of hand here. Look. See, one is asking, and one is kind of like, nope. But with the lovers here, it's like, touching me, touching you. It's like that Neil Diamond song. Reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline. Hey, perhaps some of you are named Caroline. Oh. Big C. Maybe it's not Caroline, but I'm getting big C for someone. Okay, well, Two of Wands, though, is about planning. Well, what are you planning? Are you planning, lover? Two lovers. Wow. We have two judge cards. We have Judgment and the Judge, and then the lovers to the lover. Wow. I don't even know. Eight of Wands. Honk, honk, honk. Okay, well, something's coming in. A communication. What is this communication? What's coming in quickly? Is it the meeting? How do you guys know each other? Four of Wands. What's this card I'm feeling? The King of Cups. Okay. What's this? The Champion of Pentacles. Okay, hold on. Okay, well, the Four of Wands here. Now, with this Four of Wands, I always see it as, again, kind of a deathy, like, I don't know, people getting buried in the backyard. I don't know why, but it's the vines. It's like something dead, laid to rest, even though the Four of Wands is really about, like, the marriage card, happiness, but it's making me think of the Judgment, that coffin. Oh, they're coming in. That's what's coming in, the message. A message is going to come in from Judge Daddy. And they are showing up as also the King of Cups. And this Four of Wands is, yeah, that old energy. They put it to rest, but Four of Wands is like, they want to do that Four of Wands with you. They see now someone didn't make the cut. They're not a part of this household. Maybe some of you have a beautiful old yellow house. My son and I, our favorite house that we lived in was this beautiful old yellow house. I love a seahorse. Speaking of. And, wow. Okay. Spirit. Do we need a different deck here? Yeah, we're gonna go to the little cards here. I just want to know, so how do you two come together? Like, I don't... Although I did say the other day where it's like you cross paths at like the DMV or something. It could be something like that. I don't know. Literally the King of Cups just threw itself out. Oh my god, who's behind that? Page of Pentacles. So you see what's happening? Like I pull a card and then it's like confirmed again. Okay, so someone... But see, look, the other King of Cups is looking to my left. And now this one is staring direct. Oh my god, I never noticed before. There is a mermaid in the background with some happy dolphins. Oh my god. How did I never notice? I have looked at this card. This happens every time. Wow. This guy. Okay, so whoever this Judge Daddy is, I'm telling you, I feel like they're blonde, blue-eyed. Don't have to be, but... Okay. So... Okay, well, we have the Six of Swords. And she's future-facing, but she's looking directly at me. The movement. Okay, so it's like right now, someone is leaving. And it could be for any reason. Sometimes people, like, I don't know, you just go on a road trip. You're just driving. Maybe you're going to buy a lotto ticket. Maybe you're leaving... Yeah, you're leaving a marriage. You're moving. I don't know. There's movement here. We see with that Eight of Wands with all the Canadian geese just honking up a storm. Looking great. Okay. Oh my god. Look at that. The sun. With the maiden mother crone. Okay. Grandma. Okay, for anyone new tuning in, I call in my grandmother a lot. She's upstairs. Not literally. The ether's upstairs. She was like a saint. She died in prayer, literally. She had a heart attack while she was praying for this man who was a friend of hers in her apartment building. My grandmother's prayers literally healed. I was healed once. Oh my god, 10 of Pentacles. This is you two. Oh man, yeah, I love this. We have babes. We have little babe, we got kitty babes, we got dog babes, we got older kid babes, and we got the King and Queen of Penties. Love it. And this, we all know, he's my favorite King of Penties because when he shows up in this deck as the King of Pentacles, he's got his favorite cow, his favorite dog. They did leave the cat out, but that's okay. We forgive him because he got his favorite cow, and he's got the chocolate cake. Man. Okay. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, so going back to why I call him my grandmother. Give her a kiss here. That was her necklace. Okay, Grandmama. Grandmama. Talk to me. These two people. Is there something I'm not asking or something I'm not? I don't know. What can you tell me, Grandma, about these two delightful people? It's a success. one or both of you is successful, but it's the relationship is successful. Oh, look at what we have here, Wheel of Fortune. Going back to that six, maybe it might be the Judge Daddy. With a divorce, someone's got to move out. And the Knight of Swords. It's almost like I think this person has to complete a move or like a shift in location. And it's like as soon as like they return the U-Haul, it's like as soon as the Wi-Fi is set up in the house or like something, it's like they're coming for you. Or God, who knows? It's you two are so destined. There's so much information here. And it's crazy because I do feel like this is just the same kind of energy, or like at least similar to this person that I've been channeling now for like 5 days. And it doesn't have to be the same person. Like you can listen to this reading and not have caught any of the other readings on this person. And just, you know, sometimes we're guided to readings where it's just about one line and you're like, yes. So take whatever resonates, but it is quite astounding to me that I keep, as I was yesterday, the channeling is so weird. I'm channeling them so hard, but when I go to write or when I go to stop, it's like, I don't know. So that's why this morning I wasn't even going to do a reading on them at all, but I was writing. It was the word advocate. You know what? Where I live, the French call their lawyers advocates. I did write in my list too that they speak more than one language. Oh my God. Well, we're at 52 minutes. Wow. I don't even know what to say. And I feel like there's literally 8 million more hours here that I could read on. Like, I feel like we just dipped our toes in. I didn't even read all the Kim Ks. Like, and that was what I was feeling when I channeled this person. Like, why have to write? There's so much to say. There's so much to catch up on. I almost suspect, and this is only if it ties into your own beliefs around this, but going back to past lives, if you too, and I do believe that you are connected and have done a few lifetimes together, but I feel as though it's been a while. It's been a while since you two have come together in some type of locality. And this is part of that, like, catching up. So much to share, so much to explore, so much to do, so much to achieve, so many babies. And again, you don't have to have real babies. You could have fur babies. I don't know, you could have travel babies, meaning you just travel a lot together, and those are your babies. You just pick destinations and adventures, and those are your babies. I don't know, but there's some type of family unit here. You know me, I'm all about the non-tradish. So you can have a traditional family, or you don't have to have a traditional family. For me, my family is chosen. It is not blood. I can tell you right now, the only blood relative who is no longer on this planet, that's who I connect to in my lineage. So, oh yeah, je t'aime. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. Okay, we're gonna leave it there. We're at 54 minutes. Bless up. Bless up. Bless up. Yeah, I think someone may speak French. This has come through now in like 2 or 3 readings, and I've been doing readings for a bit, and I very rarely bring up the French thing, even though I do live in a French province, but it is really coming through. And again, there's French all over the world. You don't have to be Canadian French. And a lot of people outside of North America tend to speak at least 3 to 4 languages. So I do see this person as very learned. They speak more than one language. French could be their first language. I'm getting Paris. Parisian. I mean, my province does follow the Parisian French court system. So even if someone is Parisian, I don't know, there's something, yeah. My grandma was French, bless up, but we're Acadian French. We got our own different type of French. It's very different than Quebecois or Parisian French. Whew. Okay, well, I'm just lingering, no point. Go find each other. It's about to rain now. Yeah, things are changing in the blink of an eye. Beautiful. Stay blessed, stay golden. You know what to do. Go find each other. Go find each other so I can read new energy. This is coming through so... Maybe that's what it is. I've been reading this energy for so... Not so long, but it's been just kind of coming through consistently the most without me wanting to or trying. So this person must be right around the bend. Like, right around the bend. Beautiful. Okay, see you later.